If you want, Andrew. Hey? About a minute. Welcome, folks. You're with us on iMTV, not in the Moose. We're just outside the Moose. Is basically parked in our not so secret sound stage at Tor Airport. So thanks. Stick about, guys. We're going to be chatting with the good folks from Spring Break, as well as David. Colonel Mustard is week, and live music is around, so we get to speak about that. We'll get to speak about what Colonel Mustard are doing over the summer, and they seem to be basically at the cutting edge of the new festival scene, which we can talk about. We'll talk about the music, talk about the record launch and in the Barrowlands too, with no one watching. Well, they were watching online, but it's kind of like Hampden on a cup final day. So we'll talk about that, and we'll just bring you into the scene and bring the guys into the scene. We're in the comfy area, Andrea's place. Andrea's from David, how are you?
Hello, I'm very well, Rob.
It's
Great
nice
to
to see you.
see you, mate.
It's nice to see anybody.
That is. That's true. That's true. We've got quite a low bar at the moment, so when you do meet someone, it's better than what it used to be.
As soon as hugging comes back, I'm going to be rushing up to people.
Thank you to Andrea for hosting this.
Thank you.
Ross and Ben from Spring Break as well,
Rob.
who are the Mustard Nation this weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us about the show last night.
Amazing. I was very excited, and also I don't normally even get nervous at all, but I was a little bit anxious.
Aye.
I was saying when I came off stage that in some of the songs, I mean, we were playing like new songs as well, which we haven't played before to an audience. Some of the songs I was trying to remember, what did I do during this song? Which, as we were saying earlier, it's been 20 months since we played a festival.
And before that, it would have been weeks and years that you hadn't played a festival or some kind of gig.
Yeah.
Every weekend,
Aye,
every
15,
day.
20 festivals a summer, and all your gigs in spring and autumn and winter.
So did you relearn the lyrics before you went out? Or were they there?
No, the lyrics were still there. I was still singing along and stuff. Just kind of trying to remember, like, in my sort of hype man role, what I do during each song. But also the things that I can't do, like I wasn't allowed to go out and crowd surf. We weren't supposed to cross the...
Bang!
Aye. So that's me. Like, I'll just go, I'll get my coat. There was no inflatables there, so I couldn't go out on that. No interactive like dance off. I couldn't go out and lead across the road and stuff. So, we had to adapt, but adapt we did, and it was just absolutely amazing.
What's the setting like?
Was that?
I mean,
What is
here-
it? What?
Here we are, we're in the Highlands of Scotland.
Yeah.
I always say anybody that visits the Highlands of Scotland, and it's not an obvious place to go because it doesn't lead anywhere. It's a dead end, but you go into Cannock and onto Glenafric, and that's how Scotland was 300-400 years ago.
Yeah.
It's natural
Stunning.
forest.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Plodder Falls is amazing. Largest man-made waterfall.
If you get a
in the
chance, go up to Plodder.
It's man-made.
Yeah.
Is it?
Queen Victoria actually diverted a river to go over a cliff.
She had
To
a
make
busy
a waterfall,
she had a busy weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
Really good at working.
No wonder she had those massive guns in all the pictures.
She got some help with it.
Take the rest of your life off, you know.
And Cannock, here's another one that might come up in a trivia episode. Cannock is the place where the golden retriever was invented.
Yeah.
There you go.
The
Why?
breed.
So that way.
It was.
Yeah.
It was discovered. Well, they've bred
Bred
the first
it,
golden
bred the first one.
retrievers. People come from all over the world for that reason. Yeah.
Popular
But now they're
dog.
coming from all over the world for capers and Cannock. Yeah.
Here's hoping, aye. So last night was the first Scottish festival post lockdowns. BBC Report of Scotland were there. They interviewed us. STV
So
were doing a live
so
piece
like
from it.
It's kind of like a breakthrough. It feels like a breakthrough.
Definitely, aye. It's a positive move forward. I commend Carl Faulkner, the director, farmer, landowner there, for the idea and committing to and putting out the dates for, I think, the next 8 going all the way out to September.
Nice.
Good pals, the multi-limb Scabby Behemoth Bomb Scare are playing the next one. Hopefully there's going to be a lot more amazing acts coming up, and
And
I think everybody should get out and get involved.
More people be allowed in as the restrictions.
Yeah, so this one was capped at 250 under the current restrictions, but as we move through the roadmap, then that'll increase. And the space that Carl's put all the glamping tents, I mean, he's got plenty. He was showing us where, like, that's where the next extra ones are going to go as well. So it's got massive room for growth.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's great.
So what are they planning doing it every weekend until September?
Every
or
fortnight, I
something?
think,
Is it?
in the published dates.
Uh-huh.
Sweet. Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
fair play to them.
Yeah,
Because
high five.
we're trying to organise something here
Yeah.
as
Go for it.
we did something last year on a smaller scale, just as a television thing. But this year we're going to, with the licenses that are in for 250 on a similar basis, like everybody's allocated their own area, their own pod. Is that how it worked down there?
Yeah,
I saw
well,
some bales
it's
out in the photo, eh?
legal, safe, and viable. What he did, so we were looking out from the stage, and then the hay bales for just making a wee C shape for people to sit in on the grass or whatever on the hay bales. They were definitely more than 2 meters spaced apart, so they were very well spaced out, and every block of hay bales had its own number in it as well. So they created an app.
Yeah.
And then people just ordered their food and drink, and that got delivered to their hay bale.
Yeah,
So
that's
there
our
wasn't
plan as well.
any mingling at where you would ordinarily like queue for the drinks or queue
Yeah.
for food or whatever.
That might get popular. Belgium, take heed.
Aye. Well, I think throughout this summer, the people that go to Capers and Cannock are going to be feeling very, very well pampered and might be expecting a higher level of service when normal festivals come back.
It's definitely a high level of service. Beautiful. Well, how was the gig?
Amazing, aye.
Did you get the dancing?
Sorry?
Was there dancing involved?
Oh, there was lots of that. Again, just talking about adapting when we did cross the road. John
For
was
those that don't know about Colonel Mustard, crossing the road is basically you making sure everybody gets to know each other.
Pretty much, aye.
Or
It's one way to look after the person that's next to you.
Aye.
But I mean, like when we play Bella, to look out and see 15,000 people go from one side of the garden stage over to the next without any accidents. We clearly couldn't do that last night. The numbers weren't the same,
No.
but under current restrictions. So we changed the lyrics to the song when we were singing round the bale, and then people were just walking round their own bale. So, it was all good.
Wonderful. So when we've got spring break with us as well, you jumped on stage
I
last
did
night, Russ,
indeed,
as well.
had a wee cameo during These Are Not the Drugs. Great fun just to get back on stage and just feel that energy again, because it's been an awfully long time since I've done that. I was definitely propelled by fear, so I was able to actually remember some lyrics.
That was a few.
It's like, don't fuck it up! But,
There was quite a lot of lyrics.
so it was great. I had such a good time, and it's just because live music has just been such a sort of like connective tissue for so many people in terms of their socialising. Having that taken away for more than a year, you just like you kind of take for granted how much that actually affects you on a sort of mental and emotional level, and just feeling that connection with like strangers as well. You know what I mean? So just getting up there and feeling the energy was just fantastic.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So spring break, what's next for you guys? You got one coming up yourself before long?
I don't got anything in the diary yet, but hopefully
you do
get some stuff.
Yeah, we're sort of halfway through writing the next album kind of thing. So we've got music and lyrics together. So we're just kind of like grafting away at that behind closed doors. But from the band perspective, I definitely like miss performing. But from the DJ perspective, I definitely quite enjoyed the break. I know that might sound like absolute heresy, but I was just like, help me kind of, realign my life a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And
I think
kind
a
of
lot of
reprioritize.
I'm going to take that as it's like getting a foot in the ball, having a look around to see what the next move's going to be anyway. I think a lot of people will be, and I think we'll lose a lot of people that will have lost the drive. You have to have the drive to actually get into the places you need to get into, and now it's more difficult. There is going to be more competition for fewer gigs, guys.
Mm-hmm. No, my other band, actually the Cosmonauts, were lucky enough to play last weekend at the Botanic House in Inverness. Again, it's like a kind of really nice venue, but it's all spaced out with the seating and stuff like that. So it's good to get back.
And Calum was saying that they were in the Gillens last night.
Oh, they're doing background music, I think. It's a slightly different thing, slightly different set of rules. But so
it's just
behind a velvet curtain. Guess the artist.
Well, at least we're talking about live music.
Yes.
Talking about it and experiencing it.
We had a little set from Calum.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Calum.
He's coming back in August.
He's playing today at 4, so we'll let you away.
6, I think.
6.
I'm trying to his mum there.
We'll let you away so you can get back there and look at all of that before too long.
We'll wait for a swim first.
Are you going in the pool?
Yeah,
We're going
down the water slides, come on. Has to be done. It's a rule when you come here.
Is that right?
The green screen plodder falls in the background.
So you didn't tell them about the water slides.
No, they've seen that. So we're at Andrew's place, which is our not so secret filming location for iMTV. We've got Colonel Mustard, Spring Break, Ross, and Ben. And David, what's next? What's the next show? I saw you doing Lindisfarne.
Yes.
A festival in Lindisfarne.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's the 5th time that we've played Lindisfarne. That's a great festival down there.
Yeah, we did it a couple of years ago.
Aye.
Great crack.
Amazing
Really nice
festival.
staff.
That's very
Beale Farm, just on land across from the hotel.
Yeah.
It's a stunning setting. We're doing that. I mean, there's quite a few festivals that we are announced for, which hopefully are going to be able to go ahead. Party in the Park at Perth, Party at the Palace in Linlithgow, the new Out East Festival in East Lothian, Playground Festival, Fringe by the Sea, Doonham Festival. Maybe we shouldn't have said that. I'm not sure if that's announced yet. So there is quite a few.
You're doing the Woodstock up here as well.
We're doing Woodstock as well. Yeah, well remembered. That's the end of August. There's quite a few. I'm hoping some of the acts that I manage on my 23 music management roster, I might get some of them into future Capers and Canic. So I definitely, I mean, personally, I want to come back for the next one just because this one has been so good. And we've only had one day of it. There's still another 2 days for us to enjoy of it. But Bombscare are playing the next one.
Hopefully,
Bombscare.
Hopefully we'll have the moose down for the next one. But the COVID numbers and everything
Yep.
is a bit tight this year.
We need to just go with what we can just now.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
it'll grow.
Gradually
Yep.
push the envelope open a little bit every time as well. Spring break next gig or a gig, is it anything coming up?
I don't think we have anything in the diary just now, but
No,
yeah.
just August.
Well, August, sorry.
The next rehearsal, come out here and
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. If you're up for that.
do that. Okay. Well, I'm sorry
Excellent.
to ask you that on camera because
You said
Sure thing, buddy.
I paid him to say that.
But we'd love to see spring break again, and before it isn't spring anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's today.
Yeah, we were hoping to have a festival
No
this
pressure.
weekend, but
We were, right?
yeah, but I didn't get a license in time.
We'll have to, so there we are. That's us. We're licensed to do something here at some point. Please, we'll have Coronal.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll have
That'd be
the
amazing.
Mustard Nation
Yeah.
here as well at some point. I know it's a bit close to the festival you're doing in August anyway for this time. But thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
It is a pleasure. It's a pleasure to see you. Thanks very much. That's
Thank
us.
you.
We're out of here. Thanks for joining us, folks. Got Hamish Macdonald coming up in a minute, so we'll get a couple of songs from Hamish and we'll chat to Hamish about some things. If you're in the area, drop us a line or just drop in. It's the only house with a jet provost in the garden. Bring your guitar though, and wherever you're watching, drop us a line at any time. I can bring you online, and we can get a reset from wherever you are. Thanks again for listening, guys. Thanks for following the Moose. It is at Medicine Show, Moose Mobile. Moose. Follow the Moose and Medicine Show on the road.me and ask your friends too, because the more that do, the more we'll view. That's the catchphrase. Everybody's got. Have you got a catchphrase, Colonel Mustard?
Peace, love, mustard.
we're all into that. Thanks very much. Thanks for bringing the Mustard Nation today. That was
Thanks,
lovely.
Rob. Thanks, Ryan.
Cheers, guys.